This week on Nice Idea, researchers in the US were able to prove that mammals are able to control the sex of their offspring. Scientists at the University School of Medicine at Stanford proved for the first time a fundamental theory of evolutionary biology, that mammals manipulate the sex of their offspring as part of a highly adaptive evolutionary strategy. The study builds on the classic theory established in 1973 by Privers and Willard, who challenged the conventional wisdom that sex determination is random to generate a 50-50 sex ratio. Instead, they hypothesized that mammals are selfish creatures, manipulating the sex of their offspring to maximize their own reproductive success. Each animal wants their own genes to be carried on as much as possible, meaning they want as many descendants as possible. Parents in good condition, based on health, size, dominance, or other traits, would produce sons whose inherited strength and size could help them better compete in the mating market and give them greater opportunities to produce more offspring. But mothers in poor condition would likely play it safe by producing more daughters whose productivity is limited by the number of offspring that they can have. This original theory was backed up in 1984 by researchers who found that among wild red deer, dominant females produced more male offspring than females who held subordinate positions within the group. But this study only analysed data from 2 generations, therefore it couldn't show that females who produce more sons also gain more grandchildren from these sons. It's difficult to get 3-generation pedigrees in the wild, so the researchers analysed 90 years of records from the San Diego Zoo and found over 1,000 grandparents who had a 3-generation breeding record. The mammals that were represented included primates, lions, bears, wolves, cows, deer, horses, and rhinos. They found that when females produced mostly sons, those sons had 2.3 times more children than mothers who bore equal numbers of sons and daughters. Think of it like a gambling game. The animals are gambling on how many grandchildren they're going to have. Daughters are the safe bet. They're pretty much guaranteed the average number of grandchildren. Sons, on the other hand, are a high-risk, high-reward bet. If an animal produces a high-quality, fertile son, it has hit the jackpot in terms of reproductive potential. Think about lions. Most male lions don't reproduce. There might be 10 or 15 females, but only one alpha male who fathers everybody. If you are the parent of the harem-holding male, then you have hit the jackpot, because he might produce tens or hundreds of offspring. But if you have a bachelor male who never produces offspring, your bet didn't pay off. The researchers even said that there might be some parallels in human reproduction, with some studies suggesting that we might be able to adjust our sex ratios in response to social cues. For example, a study of 400 US billionaires found that they were more likely to have sons than daughters, presumably because the sons retain the family wealth. But how do parents manipulate the sex of their offspring? Well, the mechanism isn't really known. One theory is that the female can control the male and female sperm, which have different shapes as they move through the mucus in the reproductive tract, either slowing down or speeding up the sperm that they want. Heard of some really cool science research? Let me know in the comments or on Facebook or Twitter. Don't forget to subscribe for more weekly updates from the world of science research.